Hello everyone. I was going to walk you through what I'm going to be doing with this guitar. My brother bought this guitar for $25 at a yard sale, and he didn't really have a use for it at all. He thought that he was going to modify it and try to have some fun with it, but he doesn't have any experience doing any of that stuff. So after it sat with him for about a year, I bought it off him for $25, and I probably wouldn't have done that except for the fact that it had a lot of resonance to it. It's one of those guitars where you strum it and you can feel it in your stomach as you're playing. So according to everything I've found, guitars from this era made by Aria are supposed to be out of basswood. This has got a see-through finish, and you can clearly see 5 pieces at least. The headstock I actually cut down from the normal shape that Arias have to be kind of like the John Suhr, Tom Anderson, Schecter Classic Series type headstock shape. I took out one of the string trees because that's not necessary anymore, and I added in one of the Tusq string trees. And the only reason I did that, these are staggered tuners. So technically I shouldn't need them, but the nut here is really low. So if you really hit the strings, the high E can pop out. And these are hip shot open gear locking tuners. And I did switch out, I switched out the pickups. And what I did there, I didn't do much checking before I switched out the Chinese pickups. So I put in the neck and middle position are the Seymour Duncan Texas Hot Antiquities, and those went in flawlessly and sound great. And then I switched out the humbucker they had for a Suhr SSH Plus, and I'm getting some issues with the wiring. So it operates completely normal until you get to the 4th position, and in the 4th position you're actually getting the full humbucker plus the middle, and so it's got a weird quack to it, but it doesn't really, I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's supposed to have that. And then sometimes when I'm in the middle position even, I'm getting a feed off of the far coil here. Not always, so there's something messed up in the wiring. So what I did, because I already have a Suhr guitar, and I had the Suhr pickup put in, I contacted Suhr to see what I could do about the wiring. So they helped me out with the wiring diagram. I'm going to be getting rid of this knob. I'm going to keep the pod in there for now because maybe I would mix in a blender switch later. But for now I'm just going to do master volume, master tone. And I've got an oak Grigsby super switch that I'm going to be using to make it so that we go from what I call position 1 in neck to position 2, where we get the quack with the reverse wound middle. Normal position 3. Position 3 will not be normal. It will be the neck and outer bridge coil. Position 4 will be these 2 coils, and position 5 will be full-on humbucker. Now that's the way everything was planned, and while getting ready and ordering all the parts for this, all the capacitors, got Bournes potentiometers, I kind of got carried away. So now I also have the Graphtech saddles that are going in. See here, I've got a Graphtech nut I'm going to be putting in, and as I did some research on pickups, I came across the Seymour Duncan 59 custom hybrid. And what was really interesting to me is that, seeing as how I already had a full Seymour, or a Seymour Duncan setup for the single coils, this coil here is the coil from the custom. So when you split that and you run it with the reverse wound, you've got, actually, it should be a 7K coil. So it should be really, really interesting and work really well, kind of just like a hotter single coil sound. Additionally, it's only about 11.7. That is the trim bucker size, so the output is a lot less, and this is 17.1, I believe, for the Suhr. So I think that'll kind of smooth things out. got my nut slotting files, got my radius gauge. This is a 10-inch radius on this one. And just a bit of trivia on this, when I took the neck off to do everything, it's marked on the inside October 97. So this is recently 18 years old, and I think it's in, aside from these obvious finish issues, it's in pretty good shape. So I'm going to get started on doing some things here, and I'm going to keep you guys updated on the progress of everything. I'm probably not going to add anything to this video, but I'll probably be doing a bunch of follow-up videos to show you everything as it progresses. I would like to ultimately change out the actual bridge to maybe something a little bit better, not made of the pot metal. And I would like to refinish this guitar, but we'll see how things go. Thank you very much.